Hey friends, Alison Hillman here. I am the Alison and BTP by Alison, Been There Photography. And this is another episode of Lady Boss Branding's 3, 2, 1 Blast, where I'm bringing you the best St. Louis has to offer in the way of small business. There's not really much intro I have to do with my next guest. If you know him, you love him. Chris Lay with I Know a Guy / Gal, IKAGG. Hello, Mr. Lay.
Hello, Mrs. Hillman.
How are you, my friend?
I'm great. I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day. Having some fun. Had a couple of meetings already today for IKAGG Connect. So people are all having fun, and I'm enjoying this.
So this has been a 2-year journey for you and Deanna now with IKAGG. And I have to say, the way that you all have pivoted, the way IKAGG has been done in this bizarre time, that's what we'll call it, bizarre time, is just remarkable. And you are two of the most selfless people I know. You know I love you. Yeah. I just had to brag on you for a minute. Just the way you're keeping businesses, helping businesses to keep themselves relevant, it's inspiring, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Alison. I mean, that means a lot coming from you. We feel like we have a responsibility to try to keep things moving, keep people upbeat, realize that, there's no such thing in my world or in my mind as a non-essential business. And it's important for people to remember that now is a time to plan, to prepare, to do, and to come out of the gates strong when all this is lifted from us. And I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed your videos, your interviews, the things you're doing. You're pivoting as well, and I applaud you. I think it's great.
Oh, thanks. So Deanna told us a little bit about the journey, but from your side of the things, you guys kind of handle different animals of IKAGG. You definitely are the yin to each other's yang. So from your perspective, tell me about the beginning when you guys decided, hey, we're going to do a Facebook group for businesses. What did that look like?
Deanna came up with the idea 100%. And really said, I want a way to connect some small business owners to the people I know. And would you be interested in inviting your networking group, the people that I knew? So she came up with the idea. And at that time, we didn't have a tremendous amount of structure to the group. We knew we wanted to, but we worked really hand in hand on creating the structure for the large IKAGG group, because we knew we didn't want it to be just like any other Facebook group where everybody just comes on and self-promos and there's no engagement. There's really no reason for people to want to be in part of that group when it's just, hey, I'm the best this, I'm the best that. Of course you are. We applaud you, but that doesn't make people want to engage with you. So we came up with the themes, and I think that's really where she and I collaborated best, was deciding on what the themes were going to be each day for the IKAGG group. And it really blossomed. I mean, we grew 1,000 members a month for the first 5 months. We're well over 11,000 now in the big IKAGG group. It has not changed during this time. We haven't changed any of our approach to how IKAGG, the big group, runs, because we know that if you open up that box, you can't stuff things back in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we've had to consistently let people know, hey, you can't self-promote. We have these theme days. We've really thought this through for you. We really want this to be a great place for you, but it can't change. So we opened up a new group that allows for more of that, allows for self-promo once a day and those kinds of things. That's the Now More Than Ever group. But in the early phases of IKAGG, we knew we had to be different than all the other groups out there that were promoting businesses. And we knew it had to be structured, because having structure makes more of an even playing field for everybody involved.
That's for sure. You let everyone play in the sandbox. If there's one thing that I can say about Chris Lay, is you're consistent across the board. How you treat people, how you run your business, how you run your meetings, things like that. You're consistent. What you are on Monday at 2:00 is what you are going to be on Thursday at 7 a.m.
I think that for me, just to give you a little bit of insight into Chris Lay, I enjoy the consistency. I don't I don't really enjoy big surprises. I don't like things out of left field. I enjoy the consistency because I think that's what most of us do enjoy, is the consistency. Hey, variety is the spice of life. I get it. It's a good thing in a lot of things, but it's not a good thing in the way that you run your business. You can't pivot all the time. You can't be changing your method and your methodology consistently, because you confuse everybody involved. So consistency allows people to understand how this all works and to feel comfortable in being a part of it.
Absolutely. All right, Chris, now that we have gotten to know business IKAGG guy, Chris Lay, let's get to know the other side of Chris Lay with the 3, 2, 1 blast questions.
I'm ready.
For those of you at home, as I always say, business has to be personal. You have to get to know your people that you're working with and doing business with to make sure they match your values and what you're trying to do in your brand. So, all right. So let me get my timer going.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da. All right. What motivates you to work hard?
My family.
You've got the cutest little granddaughter in the whole wide world.
It's pretty adorable.
Do you consider yourself a messy or a clean person?
I am messy.
Okay. You're the one of the first that's come right out and admitted it.
Yep.
What is the most daring thing you've ever done?
The most daring thing that I've ever done was I was involved in drag racing, actual drag racing. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So are you a Chevy or Ford, or do you care?
Ford, baby. Ford.
All right.
Bow ties around here.
Roller coasters, yes or no?
After the age of 45, your ass should never be above your head for any extended period of time. No, roller coasters.
All right. If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
That I'll say things like, your ass should never be above your head. No. Brutal honesty ahead. With
what was your for sure. What was your first job?
My first job was a paper truck. Do you want to hear the story? Do we have time?
Yeah.
I was 13 years old. It was 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. My father busted into my room, said, get dressed and meet me at the end of the driveway. I got dressed. I met him at the end of the driveway. There was a guy in a Suburban with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And my dad said, Chris, this is Greg. Greg, this is Chris. You now work for Greg. You're going to be rolling newspapers. I'll see you in the morning. And he walked away.
Oh, wow.
That was my first job. So
cool.
I worked at that all the way through high school.
Do you have a family motto or a business motto?
I don't have a family motto per se. I think from a business motto, it's always going to be together is amazing.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. St. Louis lightning round. Favorite St. Louis zoo animal?
Oh, it's not the groundhog. That's Deanna's. Favorite St. Louis zoo animal? The seals.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
What is your favorite St. Louis attraction?
My favorite St. Louis expression: farty and farty far.
Attraction.
Oh, attraction. I thought you meant the way people talk. My favorite St. Louis. My favorite St. Louis attraction is the zoo.
Same.
Love it.
You have people that come to St. Louis. They tell you that show us St. Louis. Where are you taking them?
Mostly I'm taking them places like the Loop, down to the zoo, maybe run a little bit over to the Grove. They got to see that vibe. I think St. Louis in those areas has a great city vibe, and people need to experience that. Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize how neighborhood centric St. Louis is, that just so many different spots, and that's really what gives the character to our city. All right. St. Louis or Chicago style pizza? Chicago. What is your favorite St. Louis restaurant? And it can be in Metro, because I know you guys live out north. Pappy's. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're one of those barbecue people. That's a thing here, is the argument over barbecue. I won't start that with you, my friend.
Okay.
All
That's fine.
right. So the last question that I've been asking almost everyone, why Chris Lay? Why IKAGG?
Why Chris
Well, I
Lay?
haven't asked.
Hell if I know. And because it's fun. No. Why IKAG?
Hmm.
Um, we saw something missing from networking. And we really felt like we could help to change and make a movement with IKAG of people that were focusing more on relationships that would benefit them well beyond just a lead or a referral. And that's why we pour so much into IKAG. It's about the relationships. The people are the best part of this. We came up with the structure, but the people, they are the very best part of what IKAG is all about.
Well, as they say, and remember, the Titans' attitude reflects leadership. So,
Oh,
I mean it.
thank you.
Well, Chris, thanks for being with me today. Folks, this has been another episode of Lady Boss Branding's 3-2-1 Blast, where we're keeping business personal. The old saying goes, when a small business owner makes a sale, they do a little happy dance. So make sure you're shopping local and putting a little groove back into our world. Have a great day.